Good morning and happy Thursday. Hello, everybody. It's time for the Morning Cuppa. And what are we having a cup of this morning? I'm going to have a cup of joy. I'm ready for that. And hopefully you are too. So let's get to it. Come on in. Bring a friend. Share it out. And let everybody know that you can come in here and check in and say hello to each other and be joyful and be grateful. So, hello out there. I'm going to go ahead and get started because I'm running a bit behind. So, I'm going to get started with the heart-brain coherence, placing the hand on the heart and slowing down the breathing, adding in love. Love is the secret ingredient. So, as we breathe in, the breath is what connects us. So, let the breath go into your heart center and just be. Let's just take a moment this morning, a moment to be silent, a moment to see ourselves fully of who we are, what we are as spirit, remembering that we are a spiritual being that's here learning our lessons, caught up in the illusions of this world. But when we go into our heart center and we connect, then we truly know who we are. And the joy comes when we do that. So breathe in love and breathe out love. Breathe in light and shine that light out into the world. Really connecting right now in this moment with your heart. And then see your heart and the heartbeat reaching out to others. It's a moment of joy. It's a moment of love. And you're here on purpose. You're here because you heard the call to come in here and to be here. So good morning. Good morning, Andrea Gregg. Good morning, Kathleen Mamahata Bear. I'll be seeing Kathleen later today for the meditation a day. I hope you all can tune in for that at noon Eastern time. So it's Thursday. It's Thankful Thursday. That means you're going to type in there something you're grateful for. It could be a person, it could be an animal, it could be a place, it could be whatever you want it to be. But share some love this morning through gratitude. Every day we share with each other gratitude and love. So let's get it going. Good morning, Miss Joanne Castrillo. So good to see you here with us. All right, so I'm waiting for your gratitude. I am grateful that I woke up this morning. I'm grateful that I'm able to see, I'm able to hear, I'm able to talk. Grateful that I'm able to feel, even when sometimes those feelings are a little not so happy. I'm still grateful for the range of emotion that we have as humans. All right, so I don't know if anybody shared this into the messenger. That's usually where everybody finds out that it's live. But if someone would do that, I would really appreciate it. And I'm going to pull up the message that came in from the angels last night. Good morning, Catherine. Oh, I see your gratitude, Joanne. Grateful to begin moving this Friday. That's fast. Wow. Well, I wish you all the luck in the world with that, sweetheart. Not my favorite thing to do. And I hope you have help, and I hope it goes smoothly for you. Andrea, thankful for this loving family. Yay, me too. And Kathleen, thankful to be with you later. Teri, grateful that Hot Bear will be part of an author night at a local school last night. Oh, how cool is that? Annie 7, good morning, sweet Annie. I'm so glad you're here. And Grayson. All right, so I've got the message from the angels, and it is called Faith and Rose Petals. Lena Waith said, "Don't ask if your dream is crazy. Ask if it's crazy enough." When we follow our dreams, we step into the realm of infinite possibilities. We free ourselves from the shackles of self-doubt, fear, and complacency, embodying our spiritual potential. Every step toward our dreams is a step toward becoming our highest selves, tuning in with the sacred dance of creation and evolution. To be honest, though, it's not all a bed of roses. Sometimes the human part of me has a pity party of one, convinced that no one cares if the journey continues or not. It takes a minute, but eventually, remembering the calling overtakes all other thoughts. Giving up is not an option. Faith wins. Dear angels, it is during the challenging times that our spiritual foundation is tested and fortified. The setbacks are not barriers, but rather stepping stones towards spiritual growth as we reach for the stars. I have to constantly remind myself to stay in the moment because when I wander outside of the now, it becomes too overwhelming. One of the biggest lessons I have learned is how to step away from a thought that creates doubt. When I have gone for days without an encouraging message from anyone, I turn to you, my angels, and am always reminded that I matter. As I sat here writing these words, I was guided to open an email from an amazing friend and a fellow P, Meg Lorio. Here are her timely words. Breathe and stay in the center of your heart. That is your compass and your best guidance. You are here being guided to see the significance, the importance of your own voice, your own truth. This is a path to opening your own inner self-wisdom. Please don't doubt or forget this as primary. You are experiencing divinity, other dimensions of love, to serve the eternal love within your own creativity. Continue to call on your own highest, greater spirit to stand up in the smile, the laugh, the dance. This is the time and place for your own divine energy to manifest. Dear ones, never surrender your dreams, especially when they are inspired callings from the Creator. Embrace the spiritual journey of following those dreams, for it is not the destination, but the journey that holds the key to self-realization, soul expansion, and spiritual enlightenment. Through the pursuit of dreams, may you discover not only what you are capable of achieving, but also who you are capable of becoming. A light bearer, a change maker, a dreamer who dared to dream and never gave up. Keep pushing forward, even when the odds are stacked against you. Trust the divine timing and remember that everything unfolds according to a higher plan, a plan that you might not comprehend fully, but should nonetheless trust. Remember that a bed of roses is more than petals. It comes with thorns as well. When you find the journey uncomfortable, move your sight higher to where the rose petals provide a sweet fragrance to remind you that you are loved. Dear angels, today I promise to focus on the roses in my life. Whew, okay, so those angels, they are really insightful sometimes, and they know that as humans, we have that full range of emotions. We're not always going to be happy, happy, joy, joy. There are times we're going to doubt. There are times we're going to say, what the heck? What am I doing? And then they remind us, yeah, we're all on this journey. We are all walking each other home. We are all here on a purpose, whatever that purpose may be. And sometimes it gets lonely. Sometimes, you don't hear from people and you're like, am I the only one on this journey? Am I the only one walking toward that higher path? And then love kicks in. So just a moment of reality in that blog, a moment of saying, you know what? I'm going to keep putting one foot in front of the other, even when it looks kind of dismal at times. So thank you for listening to that. And Catherine Kovacs, good morning. Yeah, I was wondering about your message, Kathleen. So it's tonight that you get to share Hado Bear. That's awesome. Good morning, Sophia Rego. Thank you for being here. And our Leo is in the house. Good morning to you, sweet Leo. All right, those of you that just came in, it's Thankful Thursday. So let's get some gratitude rising up in here. And I'm going to see what Kuan Yin has to say about all of this emotional stuff that we have. I mean, we're humans. That's it. We're humans walking on this earth plane. We're using this human body as a vessel for that spiritual growth. So we're going to experience emotions. We're going to experience loneliness. We're going to experience anger. But we're also going to experience joy. And we're going to find our way to that love. Catherine, you're thankful for your cats. Yay. Me too. I love cat energy. Sally and Tony, good morning. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that you share out this morning's show, and hopefully it'll reach those who need to hear the words, whatever they get from the show, whether it's just the feeling of being part of a community and being loved on, or maybe there's a message if the angels speak or Kuan Yin. But there's always a purpose. There's always a reason the show is still going. And will continue to go until I hear, don't do it anymore. Catherine DeSanti, grateful for my youngest granddaughter graduating from high school today with high honors. I'm a proud Grammy. Oh, congratulations. That's awesome. Sophia, grateful to my friend Joseph Wygren for being a kind soul and a good friend for me in Sweden. Awesome. And Sally says, today I am thankful for physical healing. That's a big yay. Thank you for sharing that, Sally. Yes, physical healing is so important because we realize that we heal from the inside. We realize that we are making a choice to heal and to not keep focusing and dwelling on what's not healed, but focus on celebrating every time we feel better, every time we feel stronger. So I'm very happy about that. All right, so let's see our Kuan Yin card. Hmm. I love this because this is an answer for me personally, but I know it's a card for all of us. And the card is love makes all things possible. Take your time, commit to your inner journey, and don't give up. The Divine Mother is always there. Success will be yours. And Jean, I'm supposed to be, good morning, Auntie Jean. I'm supposed to be on my channel. It says it is. Hang on. Yeah, it's telling me that it's streaming it on my channel and on Angel Speakers, Teri Angel, and on Enlightened World Network. So I don't know. All I know is what I'm told. But I don't know where you are, Auntie Jean, but welcome. I'm glad you're here. And Sophia says, love working with Kuan Yin. Work with her with womb healing. Yeah, Kuan Yin guides this whole family, this gathering that we do every day, and every part of it, every part of the journey, she's there. Catherine says, also grateful that she is concentrating on environmental studies. She will help save our earth. I love that. I'm so glad that we have young ones that are focused on that and willing to say, what can I do to be part of the solution? Ricky and Josie, good morning to you. Ricky, I hope you're doing well, my friend. I just feel like you're getting stronger. That's what I'm getting from it. That this was just a part of the experience, and now every day is a day for you to become stronger and stronger. So yay! All right, more gratitude. What y'all grateful for this morning? And then we're going to do the tiny book and prayers and get out of here because I've got a busy morning this morning. I am going to go walk a labyrinth today. And it's something that I feel like I need. I've been really having some huge conversations with my higher self. And as you can see from the message to the angels, sometimes it gets very lonely on this journey. And, especially when I'm feeling a little down, and I don't want to feel down. I always like the higher vibration. So it's a conscious choice. It's a conscious decision to pull myself back up. And that's what I did. Kathy Hand, good morning to you. Oh, it was hide and seek. Okay. I like that game. So I'm glad that you found. um, Kathy, I don't know. Sometimes I forget to share to certain places, but I thought it was shared in the Morning Cuppa, in the messenger. So, but I'm glad you found it, Kathy, and I'm glad you're here. And please share gratitude and share how our Scooby-Doo is doing. I'm really praying for that little guy to get better from whatever happened with him. And Sophia says, I did a walk when I was in Bosnia in front of the pyramids. Wow, that's awesome. I love labyrinth energy. And what I get from the labyrinth is a lot of insight. As I walk, every step is a prayer, and I ask, what do I need to know now? What's my next step? As I put each foot down, what's my next step? Which direction am I going? And sometimes I think I'm going in a direction, and the angels correct me. And they're like, nope, that wasn't where you were supposed to be at all. And so that's what I'm looking at right now, is what I thought was supposed to be may not be. And so I'm just reevaluating this part of the journey. Aw, Sophia, thank you. I know I'm not alone. It's just sometimes those human thoughts take over, the stinking thinking takes over. And so it was just a moment and it passed, and I'm good. And I'm grateful for every one of you. And let's see what Sally said. That's how my emotions have been through this whole ordeal. It's frustrating to have to sit on the sidelines. Yeah, I'm sure. I know that not being able to move, that's something that really takes you out, doesn't it? But I'm so grateful that you're feeling better, Sally, and that things are improving. And Kathy says, I'm grateful Scooby is improving each day, and my ribs are on the mend slowly, but a little better today. Good. Sophia said, you just gave me an insight. Thank you for that, sweet soul. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad, Sophia. I'm so happy that you're here joining in with us in the mornings. Auntie Jean says, apparently I just can't say good morning today. Well, I see you saying good morning, sweet one. Our darling mountaintop guru, thank you for being here. And Sophia says, I feel alone and my guides give me a laugh, maybe? Yeah. The angels always, when I get to that place of just not feeling that I'm seen or heard, they're like, what are you talking about? And so they drag me right out of those doubts and out of those thoughts. So, yeah. Oh, the eye roll. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. When the angels give me the eye roll, that's the moment I'm like, oops. Oops, I did it again, didn't I? I went into that place that that I know is an illusion, that place that I know is not real. And then I come on here and I see all of your beautiful words and your love, and I know what's real. And the love in the heart, that's what's real. All right, so let's ask the angels to give us a thought for the day. The tiny book of angel messages. And who wants to pick a number this morning? Sophia, you saw 14 just before I joined your show. Well, then it must be 14. We'll go to that page and see what the message is. Prachetta, good morning. Well, it's not morning for you. I think it's more like afternoon or evening, maybe, where you are. But hello, sweet Prachetta. I'm so glad you're here. And Prachir and Goofy. And let me see, page 14. And it has 3 messages. So, what would you like to hear from page 14? It's evening, 6 o'clock in the evening. Okay, good. Sally, you took your first step today and can now start with small amounts of pressure, and you can have a massage today. All 3 are gifts. That's beautiful. I'm so grateful that you're on the mend and grateful that I'm going to be with you in less than a month. I'm so excited about that. Well, good morning or good evening, Annika and Banya. Thank you for being with us today. And Auntie Jean wants message number 1. So here we go. And there's 14 on the screen. So obviously, Sophia, your intuition was kicking in there. All right, page 14, message number 1 says, we encourage you, dear ones, to stand in your divine beingness of love and light. Set your boundaries of what you will allow in your life. Do not let anyone disrespect you or harm you in any way. You do not deserve such behavior. A message of empowerment. And it's empowering when we set boundaries. That is a have to in this human experience. If you have not learned that message, if you haven't learned that lesson of standing up for yourself, of knowing that you are worthy, then I want you to hear those words. You are worthy. You deserve only the best in life. And if you have an experience where you're made to feel less than, if there's a situation or a person that's being toxic in your life and you're being shown anything other than love and respect, then please set your boundaries. Sometimes we have to disengage. Sometimes we have to step away and not be around those individuals, not be around that situation. And many times it's harder because it's our very closest and dearest people. It's our family, sometimes our biological family. Sometimes it's who we were calling friends, and we found out there wasn't a loyalty to that friendship. So sometimes it is difficult to follow this particular message and to set the boundary and stand up for ourselves. Nobody else is going to stand up for you. Nobody else is going to say, I don't accept that behavior, or I don't accept those words that you're saying to me. Sometimes it's just you and your higher self that has to say, I deserve better. I deserve happiness. I deserve love, because love is really all there is. So if you're seeing anything other than that, then that's an illusion. That's not real. It is a hard lesson, and it's one that it took me a long time to understand it. It took a lot of relationships that were so toxic and coming to almost the point of being killed in some of those relationships, to the point of being abused and put down and diminished. But I allowed that because I didn't know that I was worthy. But once I heard the words, those are such empowering words. I want us all, everybody right now that's on here, I want you to put your hand on your solar plexus, which is right at the top of the abdomen. I know you can't see me, but place your hand just at the top of your abdomen. That's your solar plexus. And that is where you figure out that you are worthy. And I want you to say those words to yourself, holding on to this energy center. Say, I am worthy. And if you can type it in, type it into the comments. I want you to really feel this morning. We all need this lesson. It's the most powerful lesson we can have today. I am worthy. And I want you to say it 3 times to yourself. And yes, Catherine, you deserve love. Good morning, Cassandra. Thank you for being here. I am worthy. I'm seeing your words. Say it 3 times to yourself. And then, once you've heard that, I deserve love. I deserve love. And sometimes as humans, we have a twisted thought about what love is, a twisted definition. Love is pure. Love is God. Love is unconditional. If somebody tells you I love you, but there's a condition to it, I love you if, I love you when, that's not love. And that's what I spent my whole life learning, is what love, real love is. So I deserve love because you most certainly do. It's our birthright. We all deserve to be loved. We all deserve to be seen and heard and acknowledged and loved just because. There's no condition to it. So I am worthy and I deserve love. I want you, anytime today that you start going into a doubt, anytime you start going into a feeling that you're not worthy, that nobody's seeing you, nobody's hearing, nobody's acknowledging, I want you to acknowledge yourself and acknowledge with those words, I am worthy. I am enough just as I am. I don't have to change for anybody. This is me. This is me living this journey the way I came here to live it, and be unapologetic about it. I am me. I love. That's what I do. And I'm not going to apologize to anybody who might think, oh, it's a Pollyanna view of the world, that there can be peace on earth, that we can do this, we can accomplish this goal. No, don't apologize. Don't back down. If you've heard that message, if you've heard the words that this is something that's an urge inside of you to see the world in this way, to do something, because when you hear the urge, there's an action to be taken. Don't back down, and don't be afraid to say, oh yes, yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, we can live in a happiness in this lifetime. We don't have to give in to what the world has to say, that it's a terrible place, that there's all of this grayness and all this conflict. And Sally, you finally started to really set boundaries and feel so much better for doing so. Absolutely. And sometimes we have to set boundaries with ourselves. We have to say, no, I refuse to listen to anything other than my spirit guides. Sometimes that's a boundary we have to set. And I've had to do that. I've had to look at, oh, okay, I just need to focus right now on spirit and that guidance for my life and for this journey. I love these words. I am worthy, I am worthy, I am worthy. And yes, Angie Taylor, you came in at just the right moment, didn't you? I am worthy. I love this. I deserve love. You absolutely do. Every one of you deserves love. And Auntie Jean, I'm grateful to know that the angels tell us that we are worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. I deserve love and respect. Sally, I deserve love, especially from myself to myself. This is where life gets better. It certainly does. And Angie, I deserve unconditional love, and it's a blessing to give this back. Yes, yes, yes. Isabel. Hello, sweet Isabel. I am worthy. I deserve love. Absolutely. And Christina, thank you for being here. I am peaceful, even when others shun. That's an illusion. Only love is real. And that's what we're doing. We're going into that place where only love is real. And stay in that peace in your heart, because we're the only ones that can find that inside of us. Nobody else, nobody can tell us that we are loved or that we are not loved. We have to do that. It's our empowerment. And that's why we go into the solar plexus and pull that energy out, that I am love and I am deserving. Angie, we are deserving to live in a joyous and peaceful existence. And boy, oh boy, do we have the power to create this reality. We certainly do. Create it the way you want it to be. And that's what I found out, when there are the moments of doubt, and I know there weren't a whole lot on while the blog was being read. So if you would just go in and read that, it's angelspeakers.com. And it's an important message for us all to just remember that no matter what the seeming reality is, no matter when we're feeling our lowest, when we're feeling like nobody cares, go into your heart. Go into that place inside of you that says, that's not true. I am worthy. I am deserving. And I am going to give unconditional love no matter what. Angie, we are all more powerful and stronger than we can possibly imagine. We absolutely are. So thank you. Thank you to all who came in today for this message. Thank you for coming in here to love on each other, to see each other. And Joanne, missing your cousin Mike, I guess it's just a process. Yeah, it is. Grief is a process. This human journey that we're here for, we're here to learn a lot of things. And one of those is the bond that we make, the bond that exists between family members, between friends. And when that person is not there in the physical anymore, there's going to be an emotion. That's what this has been about, this whole talk this morning. We have emotions. We have the highs and the lows. And yeah, there's been moments of the lows for me recently. And I've had to just pull myself up and say, that's not real. I know that I'm loved. I know that this journey is important. And no matter what, it will continue. There is no giving up. Faith wins, as the message said. Okay, so let's do our prayers. And clear any thoughts, clear any doubts, clear any resistance. If you're resisting the message that only love is real, then ask, what is that all about? What is the resistance I have to loving unconditionally and to receiving unconditional love? So clear the doubts away, sweep them out of your mind, and know that only love is real. So let's go into our hearts. And if you have any prayer requests, please type them in, and I will type them into our Peapod prayer list that we reviewed yesterday. And if you listened to those names and you didn't hear a loved one's name, or you didn't hear your name and you wanted to be on the list, then let me know that. And I most certainly will add everyone that wants to be prayed for on that list, because we lift you up every day. Every day at the end of the show, that's how we end. We end with loving each other, and that's what prayer is all about, is shining love on whatever's needed. And Sally, prayers for all our family here, their families, and for your continued guidance for so many peeps. Thank you, Sally. Okay. So we connect with the breath. Just take a deep breath into your heart center. And let's just love all of those prayer requests that are so important. Each name is somebody you brought forth. Each name is somebody that you said, I love this person, and I'm asking for help with whatever's going on in their lives. So lifting up everyone that's on the prayer list, everyone that's in our Angelic River family, and that includes all of you. So just breathe love. That's what we're doing right now. We're praying for everyone that's asked for prayer. And Sophia, so grateful you're a part of this community and that you are one of those names on our prayer list. Angie, prayers to us all who need to remember and maybe initiate the absolute knowing of our worth and having the strength to stand up for this when needed without guilt or fear. Absolutely. Kathleen, I believe we have Riley on the list, a beautiful little girl who is a talented artist who has cancer. Her mother was told nothing else can help her. We know with God that is not so. Please say extra prayers for her. Oh, integrate the absolute knowing of our worth. Absolutely, Angie. Thank you. All right. So with that love that you breathed into your heart, just send it where it's needed. It knows where to go. It really does. We don't have to micromanage it. We don't have to say, okay, now you have to go to this person and now that person. Just ask it to go wherever it's needed. There may be parts of our world that we don't even know are in conflict or in war. There may be families that fight with each other. There may be friends that we are aware of or not aware of that have been battling over things. So send it where it needs to go and let it fall on that person's heart because it's unconditional. You're not asking for anything other than that love to do its job, to work its magic. And as you say, Mama Hada Bear, that nothing is impossible with God's love. So let's send it over those who've asked for extra help, for extra love this morning, sending it into communities, into the hearts of those who are making decisions, our world leaders, our state leaders, our country leaders, our local governments, everyone who makes decisions about how this world is run. Let's affect their hearts in a good way by saying, I love you. So many times we say the opposite. So many times there's words of hatred and words of division that we use when we talk about our government officials. And let's change that. Let's change it up and send love instead. If we ever want to live in a peaceful world, this is how it has to happen. It can't happen with resistance. It can't happen with the darkness and the hatred. It's only going to happen with love. So right now, if you're willing, send love to somebody that you know is in government or in leadership, whether that's a world leadership or local to you. Just send love and say, I want a peaceful world. I want a world that works for all of us. I want a world that's going to be here for generations to come, long after we're gone, for it to be sustainable. This has to happen. There has to be peace. There has to be respect. And there has to be love being shown throughout the world. Just breathe that in. Breathe in that love and breathe it out. Just choose one person. You don't have to do them all at once. Choose one person and say, I'm sending love right now to this leader. I'm sending love right now for this decision maker to make the very best decisions, to really honor their position as a leader, and to start looking at solutions in the world, solutions that will help all of us, not just one. So send that forth. Send your love into the heart of those who have the ability to make change. And if each one of us does that, wow, what a difference it will make. And if it's something that even someone who's not making decisions, but maybe is a support person, many times we think that person that is elected, that person that's sitting in a government seat, that they are the ones making those choices, but sometimes they're influenced by companies or individuals. So send love also to the support personnel that's creating an energy of wanting to influence the way things go in our world. So there's a lot to this, you guys. And this organization, this movement that we have begun, which is called 10 Million for World Peace, we need everybody on board. We need all of us doing this because together we can make a difference. And if we focus on the positive, if we focus on what we can do instead of always looking at what's gone wrong or going wrong or what will never happen. Have you ever had that defeatist attitude of, oh, nothing's ever going to change? Well, it won't unless we decide to change it. We have to be the peacekeepers. We have to be the change makers. And that's what this movement is all about. Sharing love from our heart, shining out to the world that we want change. We want peace. All right, so let's do our love and gratitude. I see we're out of time, and I got things to do. So on the count of 3, 2, 1, and we're saying this to each person in the world, but especially those of us gathered here. Thank you. I love you. So send that message out, and let's see it. Let's see you sending it everywhere today. And remember, set your boundaries and pay attention if you're sending love or if you're shooting arrows that are not full of love, then pay attention to that too, because that's a boundary you have to set with yourself, is how are you going to show up in the world? I hear you, Christina. Yeah, you got to set that boundary for yourself. And sometimes it's not easy. I find that sometimes it's not easy to set the boundaries, but it has to be done. Catherine Kovacs, thank you. I love you. And I hope you have a great day too. Auntie Jean, thank you. I love you all like a mama bear loves her cubs. I love that. Rosalind, good morning, sweet Rosalind. Good vibes. I'm here with Roz for one more day and then I'm going to hit the road. So very grateful for the time I've spent here and the memories that have been made. And she's sharing love with us this morning. Mama Had a Bear, Kathleen, thank you. I love you. Leo, thank you. I love you. Isabel, thank you. I love you. And Ricky and Josie, love you guys. Thank you for being here. And I really, really appreciate each and every one of you for being in my life. Thank you for sharing love. Thank you for being here this morning. Blue, you made it to the end of the show where we're sharing out our love. And I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day yourself. Okay, so this morning, or actually it'll be afternoon on the East Coast, at noon Eastern Time, Mama Hada Bear is going to lead us in our hearts, lead us in a meditation for Enlightened World Network. So you can find her on there. Let me put up I don't have the Facebook, but it's Enlightened World Network. Y'all know how to find it. And she will be on leading the meditation a day. So I hope that you'll give her some support and some love as she guides us in that. So these words of love and gratitude are still coming in. Sally and Tony, love you. Catherine DeSanti, love you so much. Joanne and our blue jean, love, love, love. So let's get out of here. I will see you all at noon Eastern with our Kathleen Caputo. Have a wonderful day. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everyone.